What's up, guys? Got the old Mongo man out here in Texas, of all places. Livingston, Texas, as a matter of fact. Hopefully we can get somebody on board here with us shortly. I know it's late, but I just got settled here and figured I'd jump on here real quick, let you guys know what was going on. If anybody caught my live earlier today, we talked a little bit about roadkill and what's going on with Motor Trend. I guess there's a new roadkill out today that I haven't got the opportunity to watch yet, but it's kind of funny that they announced that it's essentially the last of it, and here we are getting a new episode today of Roadkill. So yeah, it's kind of strange what's going on there. Obviously, we're not in the garage. Hello, whoever just joined us. We are in a hotel room in Livingston, Texas. Sean O'Shea, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's been a while. Been all over the place, trying to get stuff done. We got, like I said, late last week, that we were on the road this week for work. Wanted to jump on here real quick, see if anybody wanted to talk. Forgive me. I've been driving since early this morning. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Wow, even E! Online is reporting it. Insane. Roadkill, a Motor Trend produced Gearhead series hosted by car experts Mike Finnegan and David Freiberger that was originally rose to popularity on YouTube, has been canceled after 13 seasons. It looks like the beloved show has come to a dead end. Roadkill, a Gearhead series, is rose to popularity YouTube before moving to Discovery Plus. Well, before Discovery Plus, obviously, Motor Trend had taken over and put it on their streaming platform, which didn't do very well. So far, Finnegan is the only one that's reporting it. Did Diddy oil up Rick Ross? That I don't know, Muhammad. Not real sure. Motor Trend production company is shutting down. No specific reason was given for its demise, reflecting that the show had an excellent run for 40. Wow. Finnegan's 46. He's a year younger than I am, who started the series alongside Freiberger. Added, "I'm proud of the team that accomplished, but this does not seem to be the end of Roadkill. I'm unsure who owns the RK IP or who sorry guys, or asked why it ended." So Mongo in UK means Down syndrome. I don't have Down syndrome. Maybe I do. No, I definitely don't have an extra chromosome. Here in the States, so I got my nickname from an old guy I used to work with from a movie called Blazing Saddles. If you guys have never seen Blazing Saddles, I highly recommend it. It's one of those movies that they could not make today. It was a Mel Brooks film, and in it there was a character called Mongo, and one of the guys that I used to work with said that I favored the dude's strength that was in that movie, and that's where I got the name. I was probably 17 at the time, 18. He didn't say I had Downs. He just said that Mongo in the UK means Down syndrome. I've heard other countries tell me that it was a derogative term, and actually, when I first long time ago, when the woke movement started to really get some strength, I was having some problems with it. As far as people, and I say people, YouTube, but not that, and maybe that describes the entire situation, that where my channel has been for 10 years, but it's just, I guess there are other countries that define Mongo differently than what we do here. But it's my nickname. Doesn't mean anything. It's just a nickname that they gave me years and years and years ago at the shop. So at this point, if I was 17, that would be 30 years ago that I was given that nickname. Wow. So yeah, apparently it is official. I'm just getting online here, checking this out right now, and it looks as though E! News has even reported it. Roadkill is finished. The show just finished filming its 13th season, and one of the hosts confirms it is not coming back for a 14th. I'm gonna go against the grain here, maybe a little bit, and say that it's not going to come back in its current iteration, and it may not even be called Roadkill, but there will be something that survives from the Roadkill era, if you will, and even if that's only Freiburger's "just get it running, don't make it right" lives on. That was definitely the big thing that he was pushing, and I just watched his hour and a half program today of duct tape drags, and that was something that they iterated, I would say at least 15 times in that video. Don't make it right, just make it run, or don't that ideal that Freiberger was always pushing and always pushed throughout his entire career, really. He was that guy that always said it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be perfect for you. And that there's a lot of things that the guys have always said, right along the lines of something like, it's fun to push a slow car and make it go fast. It's fun to drive a slow car fast, stuff like that. That all came from the Roadkill, from them doing the crazy stuff that they did over the years. And it's sad to see it go. And like I said, I'm sure if they're announcing that Roadkill is gone, everything else is going to be gone. So that includes Roadkill Garage. That includes the new one for Ian, and I don't know what Ian is going to do, Ian Johnson. That works to get it home, but it definitely needs to be long-term to be fixed. Yeah, I don't think, I don't think that they ever promoted to keep it that way. You know what I mean? That it needs to be a project. It needs to be constantly in a state of flux where you're making it better. Tony Angelo said it best. He was talking about how all these young kids, back when drifting first came about and got popular, he would always preach to them, don't completely blow your car apart and not be able to drive it, because you'll never put it back together. He says he thinks that you're going to lose that enthusiasm for what you're trying to do over time, and I kind of agree with that. If you blow something completely apart and you can't enjoy it anymore, are you really going to be enthusiastic to finish it? Or are you going to get back in there and get after it? I mean, I'm kind of stuck in the same situation with my Bronco right now. It's been such a long term that, is the enthusiasm gone at this point? Is the drive gone? Is this about RC cars? No, sir. This is about, right now, we're talking about Roadkill and how it was just canceled. Roadkill is a long-running, it started out as a YouTube sensation, a YouTube program, and then went over to Motor Trend, and then from Motor Trend it ended up on Discovery. But no, this is definitely not about RC cars. But thanks for joining us, Messy Tacos. We're just Down here in Texas today, KJ's in the middle of a bunch of things. If you guys saw the short that I posted earlier today, Larry is in the shop. That's his 86 F-150, and he's got it just about down to the frame right now. We were talking a little bit today about his plans for that truck and what he wants to do with it. Right now, it sounds as though he's been drug off onto another project, which it is what it is. You know, there's always things to do at the house and the garages, so it's just one of those things that we have to maintain the course. I know he'll be buying parts and getting stuff situated for Larry, and once I get back, we'll be able to really hit that one hard. It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but that's what he wants to do for winter. He doesn't want to drive Pam this winter. Larry is going to be his winter driver, winter beater. It's going to be a little nicer than just a regular old winter beater, though, that's for sure, when we're done with it, because he's got it down to the frame at this point. Getting ready to do the 4x4 swap and make that thing what he wants it to be so that we can sell it. Did a lot of planning and talking tonight about, you know, some of the things that we want to do here in the near future and long-term future for he and I. And I think one of those things is going to be a trade-up series, something along the lines of, I forget who had done it, but I saw today that there was a YouTuber that was doing a trade-up series. So he started, I think, with $500, bought something, and then from that point forward, it was going to be nothing but trades, straight trades, no money, no anything. And KJ is, I would say he's pretty good in that genre as far as finding deals and being able to do stuff like that. So I think that's something that you're going to see coming from us. Our end goal there is going to end up being a hot shot truck, an F450 that we can take and go get the long distance hauls. It's something that we can jump in, trust, and you know, not worry about getting down into the southern states where rust isn't a problem like it is in southwestern Pennsylvania. It is definitely a valuable skill to have, and he definitely has it. He has got the gift of gab. The one thing that I've instilled in him over the years is having the gift of gab is a great thing, but being able to back it up. You know, if you don't know what you're talking about, make sure that you communicate that the person that you're communicating with understands that maybe it's not your wheelhouse, but that you're willing to, you know, own up to that and figure out what it is, you know, to define the situation, move forward from it, learn from it, and then you know, don't pin somebody down with information that you don't lie to somebody. Essentially, is where it's come. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, don't try and cover something up. Be truthful about it in the front, and it always pays off in the end. Always. Just recently, well, today he found a truck down in Virginia that he wants to go get, another bullnose Ford that looks like it's in really nice shape, and it just kind of feels like a scam to me. But he's gotten a bunch of pictures of the thing, and he actually wants me to stop on the way back to take a look at this thing. But I think that's going to add a whole lot to my trip to swing over into Virginia. But he says it's only like 4.5 hours from the house, so he may end up going to get it himself. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and definitely let you guys know that for sure it has been confirmed that the Roadkill series, the Roadkill program, as we know it, is dead. How do you keep finding all those bullnose? KJ has a special sixth sense. We call it the bullnose alarm. Anytime one goes for sale on Marketplace, he can find it usually. And he scours Marketplace like it owes him money, which it does, because that's where he makes a lot of his money, is on that, parting them things out, selling them, that sort of thing. That Super Duty that we tore apart, just about all gone already. The frame went Saturday. I think the cab is going. The cab will be gone before I get home. We're keeping the bed. The bed was for Harley's truck for Dolly. So much past that. I actually I did remove the airbags out of that, and on my trip yesterday, I stopped by Newark, Ohio, and dropped those off with Roman Atwood. I don't know what he needs them for, but I did see in one of his previous vlogs that he had gone to a junkyard and needed or was looking for airbags. So he hasn't opened them yet on camera anyway. He did 2 videos today. So the first video did not include mail time. I'm sure tomorrow's video, if you guys are interested in seeing what it is and what it's all about, watch the Roman Atwood vlog for tomorrow. I'm hoping he opens that box of airbags and explains what he needs them for, or at least maybe gives me a shout out, and we can also grow the channel. That's what I wanted to help him out, and also be a little selfish. You know, I'm not going to hide that a little more exposure to his subscribers, to his base, would definitely help my base. You know what I mean? So that was the plan with that, but the monetization is going okay. I wouldn't say that I'm going to become a millionaire overnight. That's for doggone sure. My best day so far has been $3. My worst day, I think, was not yesterday, but the day before. It was 67 cents for the day. So yeah, I'm not going to be a millionaire anytime soon, but that's coming. The millionaire part, I don't know, but to where it's a viable income stream, I believe, is coming. Hey, what's going on, Jersey Paddle? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Fern the Burn is with us. All right. Again, you guys keep surprising every time that I'm on here. I've got this base group of guys that usually joins me. It means a lot that you guys keep coming back. Either I haven't bored you, or for some reason the junk that we work on or whatever it is that we're doing interests you guys, and that's awesome. So keep coming back, keep sharing this stuff, guys. Right now, because I am out of town, this is kind of what we get. I'm hoping tomorrow we wrap up at a decent time. I am going to try and find something to go look at and maybe do an is it worth it, especially down here in Texas. I've already seen trucks up home that would be just completely rotten, and down here they're still running the streets. I saw looked like about a 72 C10 today that was gorgeous, but it was all stock, so it hadn't been painted, and the thing just, I mean, not any rust on it at all. Which up home, that ain't gonna happen for sure. I would have loved to have been able to bring something home from down here, but there's no way to have done that. Appreciate that, Jersey Paddle. Absolutely. What am I doing in Texas? I come down to learn how to operate a piece of equipment that's pretty rare in the States right now, that we sold at work. It's called a Zephyr. It's an electric mobile railcar mover. It's a big one, rubber tire drive. And down here there is a customer who is actually a part of the holding company, part of the manufacturer that uses this thing, and they offered up their operator in the machine for a day so that we could all come down and go over it and really get comfortable with it before we deliver our own, which is an awesome thing, and I definitely needed to take advantage of that. So we jumped in old Joe and headed this direction. The truck, my Super Duty, is doing awesome. I left yesterday about 1 o'clock. That's Sunday. So I drove I think I got off the road yesterday night about 10 o'clock. So 1 to 10, 9 hours yesterday. I filled up about an hour and a half from the house. And then got back on the road today about 8:45, and just got off the road here at, I don't know, it was about 9:15, so just about 12 hours, which is what I'm legally allowed to drive, with an hour, an hour break there for lunch. And the truck, 7.3 liter, 4-door, 8-foot bed, 4-wheel drive, 2023 Super Duty, is getting 15.3 mile per gallon. It's phenomenal. Taco Bell new retro menu. Toca Bowl. That's what we used to call that in college. So maybe they've gone back to that. I don't know. Interesting. So yeah, that's what we're down here for. That's what we're doing. And like I was thinking today that my truck, obviously, and that's one of the videos I'm working on, is a brand deal that I have with Salty Captain. It's good. Okay. The uh, the brand deal, I actually took Saturday and detailed my truck out before this trip, so that you guys will get to see that. As soon as I'm in the midst of editing it now. I also have an edit for KJ going. He sent me a couple videos of him ripping Larry apart, which you guys got to, if you saw the short, you got to see that. And then, like I said, he's into another project right now that is what it is. I think they'll be back on Larry tomorrow night. Again, my plan is to maybe do an Is It Worth It for you guys? If you haven't seen what those are, that's a little segment that I do to where I'll find something that is either a really good deal or something that somebody wants a lot of money out of, sitting alongside the highway usually, whenever I'm out like this, and I'll stop and talk about it real quick. Usually I do a 15-second short, but maybe this time I'll open it up and do a longer video for you guys. But the other thing been thinking about doing, of course, like I was talking about in this morning's live, is starting to do kind of a talking head thing, kind of like we're doing right now, but just talking about what's going on YouTube in the automotive genre. In this, maybe we can keyword it, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Maybe we can come up with a new term. The don't make it right, just make it run genre, right? So that's going to include guys like me, Freiberger, Finnegan, Pole Barn Garage, Vice Grip Garage, and just talk about what they've got out, what they did, their videos. Stay tuned, Tony Angelo. I'll talk about, because all these guys are putting out great content, and there is nobody that I know of out there on the internet that's really brought all that stuff together and kind of linked it up. So maybe that's something that we can do here, just as kind of like a side segment, maybe a 10-15 minute segment every day. We can talk about what's new on the YouTubes, or maybe I can just add that into these lives as a 15-minute segment, and you guys will you can enjoy that. Like I said, today I did watch Finnegan's, or not Finnegan's, I watched Freiberger's video, his first video on the duct tape drags, which looks like a really good time. Derek was out there with him, Vice Grip Garage. That he ran the burnout pit, which seems to be gaining more and more popularity here in the States. Mongo, Bongo High, the Golden Goose. What's happening, brother? Yeah, so the Derek was running that, and the one thing that I took from that, the guy that actually won the burnout contest was in a 1980 Bronco, and he had put 1 tons under it, 460, that was punched out to, I forget what they said, 521 or 526, some big displacement, 100 shot of nitrous, and that dude, 4-wheel drive the entire time, just annihilated the tires on that Bronco. He was doing stuff with that thing. He was wheeling it. Let's put it that way. If you haven't seen it, you need to get over there and check it out. It's on Finnegan or Freiberger's channel, DF David Freiberger, and it's a really good. I mean, it's an hour and a half long, so if you want to watch the whole thing, which I recommend doing because there's a lot of good stuff on there. But there's also a bunch of stuff. Matt's on there. Matt's Off-Road Recovery. There's a little section on there that I don't even think Freiberger knew who they were. They were Matt and his son had the man, I can't even think of what those things are. The Corvair. They had the Corvair there, and was planning on running it in the drag. So yeah, lots of good stuff there. What else did I just watch or listen to? Really, was I haven't really been up to date on what Derek's been doing. I have caught and I should have stopped. Didn't even think about it. I drove right through there, but it would have been. I'm sure it would have added more time to the future Vice Grip Garage, whatever you want to call it. That little museum that he's going to be putting together there. So that's going to be something that's interesting. Just trying to think. I did watch Cletus's latest video on the race that they did this past Friday and the burnout contest on Saturday. And that dude looks like he puts on one hell of a show. And at some point, I'm going to get down there to Bradenton and actually go to one of these races that he puts on. I believe it was the 2.4 hours of the Mullets, and it looked like a good time, man. To be in this, to be a spectator, to be a participant in it, either or. It looked like it was a really good time. That eventually, like I said, KJ and I believe it was one of you guys here actually said that KJ and I will be invited to that at some point here. We continue to grow like we have been. So I don't know. It's been fun, that's for sure. We don't plan on stopping anytime soon. That was one of the things I was thinking on the way down here. That eventually, some 10 years or whatever it's going to take, instead of having my truck plastered with H&K Equipment, who I work for currently, maybe it'll be plastered with Mongo's Garage and get some recognition, on these road trips like this, especially once we get motivated and start collecting rust-free trucks from the South. I don't know that we'll come all the way to Texas, but if we do, we do, right? I mean, if we find something out this way, we want to get like a two or a 3 car wedge and start hauling stuff up from the South. So I think that's all I'm going to yammer about tonight. I'm surprised I've made it through 27 minutes here. Watchers have been come and go. I'm sure some of you guys have been here the whole time, but it's most I saw there, I think, was 12. We're at 5 right now, but it is what it is. This is, Sean, I watched a burnout competition, all street machines, and this guy used a pickup. He drove there and tore the rear end out. Yeah, those guys are insane, man. Like I said, that 80 Bronco, I could not get over what that guy was doing. It really wants me, like I've been talking about, I want to build Mongo's Rigatoni, which is I essentially want to take a Bronco, put tons under it, and make it as low as godly possible to the ground, but give it enough power and make it flex, that it can be a multi-purpose vehicle. And if it ends up being a kind of like a rock bouncer for the street, something that maybe you could drive on the road and do a burnout contest in. I don't know that all of that is possible, but why not try it, right? Especially whenever we got this stuff laying around. What I have in my mind to do something like that would be to find a rust-free Bronco tub and then actually set it down on a Super Duty frame with the Super 60 in the front and the Ford 10.5 in the rear. Probably end up going to a corporate GM rear end, just because they're a little stronger than the Fords are, and the lockers are a little easier to deal with. But 460, of course, it would have to be Ford big block. And what I was thinking was, if I could find an old, like a 512, 502, something that somebody was using in a pulling truck years ago that has just, been completely obsoleted at this point, because the pulling industry, those guys are spending thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars for engines now, especially out by me. Finding one of those old pulling engines and making it, putting it back together to where it can take some boost, twin turbo the bad boy, have a big block Ford with twin turbos, C6, and go from there and see what I could do with the thing. I think that would be a blast. So if you guys can't tell, I am bushed. I am just about here going to wrap up. Like I said, it's been a long day, did a lot of driving. Got to get up pretty early tomorrow because I got about an hour left to go. I don't know what to expect out of Houston, Texas traffic. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty busy. So, it's one of those things that I need to roll out of here probably about 7 o'clock, which means that 6 o'clock is going to be my wake up call and get moving. So that's coming pretty quick. It's 10:30 here now in Texas. Again, I just wanted to jump on here and share some time with you guys, talk a little bit about what's going on the interwebs there with Roadkill closing up shop, and I'm sure, like we said, everything else will be following suit. Roadkill Garage, Hot Rod Garage, Ian Johnson's new show, built for off road. I'm sure all that stuff will be closing up with Roadkill, which kind of sucks because that's the stuff that we like to watch. Ian, if you guys, not Ian Johnson, but the other Ian, full custom garage, that Ian. Houston traffic is horrible. 7 might be too late. That's what I figured. I got to be there at 9 and I'm an hour away. But it's on the north side and I'm on the north side, so it's not like I got to go through Houston. If it's anything like Pittsburgh is, going through the city is way worse than going somewhere at the top end. So I don't know, if I'm a little late, I'm a little late, but we'll try and get there in time. I wasn't staying close to the place because I've heard bad news about the neighborhood that it's in. You know what I mean? But what I was saying was Ian Roussel, who was he's kind of that crazy guy that did the full custom garage. He even has his own YouTube channel. He just got started with it. So I think that these guys all kind of knew what was coming. In the fact that Ian started his, he actually got out of the shop in the middle of the desert and opened a shop in town where he can work where it's nice and cool. He actually has an air conditioner now, and he does some interesting stuff. I like watching Ian. Bad Chad, different. I guess he was never part of the Motor Trend, but kind of the same vibe that Ian gives off. They do a lot of that freehand stuff, not a lot of measuring. They just kind of make it work, and I dig those. I dig that kind of artistic style. You know what I mean? Just get it to work, make it look good, make it pleasing to the eye. Jimmy DiResta, one of the things that he said a while back, and if that's someone that you don't know, you should probably get to know who Jimmy is. Check him out online here on YouTube. But Jimmy always said that if it looks straight, it is straight, and that I totally believe. That is also a way of living. Kind of like Freiberger, his way of living, or his mantra is don't make it right, just make it run. Jimmy's mantra is if it looks right, or if it looks straight, it is straight. And by that, what I take is that if it's aesthetically pleasing to you, if it pleases you, who cares what anybody else thinks, right? As long as you like it, that's all that matters. If it looks straight to you, then it is straight. It is your reality. It's how you perceive things. So yeah, that's maybe those guys didn't intend for us to think about that and to break it down like that and to really kind of I don't want to say make it a religion, but that's kind of what it is, right? If it looks straight, it is straight. If you like it and it's okay to you, what else does it matter? It doesn't have to be level. If it's aesthetic, if it's perfect for you, amen, brother. As long as and that's I don't know. I'm kind of that guy. Don't tread on me, and I won't tread on you. You know what I mean? All right, that's it, guys. I'm gonna jump in the shower here, and I'm gonna get some shut eye. Like I said, I got to get up, beat that Houston traffic in the morning, get my butt in there, and see what's going on. So appreciate everybody hanging out with me here tonight. Make sure you check out the rest of the channel. I keep preaching that. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and as I talk about these other guys, make sure that you go out there and support them too, because they're who've got me where I'm at. They're the guys that I have been watching and have been giving me the, not the ideas, but essentially got me, to do these things, kind of motivated me and keep me moving. So, but the main motivation, of course, is the interaction with everybody here and all the fine people that we have gathered so far, and I'm sure we'll gather as we keep moving. So, all right, thanks so much. Mongo Man's out. See y'all later.